food and family go hand in hand, especially during this time of year.
That's right. And today we are sharing some holiday traditions, some of ours, as well as how to preserve those memories and recipes. To help us do that, we're joined by food expert Andrea Buckett. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's start with one of your favorite traditions.
So I have to say, over the Christmas holidays, I get really excited because these are recipes we only bring out once a year. So when I was a kid, I remember intensely the Christmas pudding. Okay, and at the end of Christmas dinner, my grandfather would come out with his thing of brandy, douse the Christmas pudding with that brandy, and then light it on fire. Like, that's pretty memorable,
That's like a party
right?
trick and a dessert.
I'm not saying it's safe, but it is an awesome, awesome memory, and I love reliving that every year.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I make Grandma Visser's tarts. So this is my kid's great-grandmother on my husband's side. Her name was Rachel, and I was allowed to have this recipe once I married in. And they are really they're current. Yes, they are current tarts. And anytime I bring them to a party, I end up giving the recipe away. I'll bring some in before the holiday.
You actually give that recipe away? I thought it was a family secret.
That's
no?
okay. I did check. I asked permission first if I could. Listen, I don't make a lot of things that people ask for the recipe for. I'm going to spread that far and wide.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so one of the, we do a couple in our house. They're side dishes, really, and those are my favorite parts of any meal, either Thanksgiving or Christmas. And my mother used to make, still does. She passed on the recipe to my sister, and now I don't have the skills to make it, but I have the skills to eat it. And so we make these stewed carrots every year. We slice them very, very, very thin, and when you put them in the pot, low and slow, all the natural sugars come up. Some people will put maple syrup and things like that. If you do it right, you don't need anything like that in it. The natural sugars come out, some onions as well in there, and it's as good as any side dish I've ever had in my life. But of course, I think one of the reasons I love it so much is because I only have it once or twice a year.
Exactly. Those memories come creeping back this time of year, and we really
I'm salivating just thinking about it.
I'm salivating after your description.
So my mom's parents immigrated right from Norway, from Bergen, Norway. And so Norwegian cookies are our Christmas tradition. And so there's a couple of different ones that we eat. Krumkake is one of them. That's this.
It looks prettier than it sounds. Can I just
Yes.
Yes, but so
Krumkake.
it's like basically a printed pancake that you make in almost like a little waffle maker. You pull it out, and then you have to roll it while it's still searing hot. You roll it around a cone, so you sear off all your fingerprints. So our producer said that you could eat cookies and then go on a crime spree because you'll have no fingerprints. And then you stuff it full of whipped cream, and it's so
It's almost like a
good.
cannoli.
It kind of is like a cannoli. It's a crunchy cookie. It's a labor of love, and we only make it once a year. And so my mom's flying in on Friday. These were mine a couple years ago.
Oh, wow.
She's flying in on Friday, and I made her pack the Krumkake oven so that we can make them.
Oh, I love it. I forgot to mention one, and it's called corn casserole. And you know when you have a recipe that you love in the holidays and everybody asks you to bring it all the time?
Yeah.
So cream corn casserole I got from my neighbor, Lena Genier. There's nothing healthy in it, which is why I think everybody loves it
Cream corn is
so
delicious.
much.
Cream corn is the closest thing a vegetable has ever been to candy.
Yeah, you know what? I would agree with you based on those ingredients. All right, so we've talked about each of our recipes, and I love the stories that are behind all of them. And you say that this is a really good way to preserve some family history.
It is. Recipes are a great vehicle to preserve family identity, to create a sense of belongingness, and it really reminds you of that person who cooked it. So what I'm really encouraging people to do is not only record the recipes. I mean, these are the crazy recipes I have from my grandmother. I don't know if you can see these.
Is that her handwriting?
These are her handwriting.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And my aunt preserved them. She laminated them.
Can I see?
Absolutely. But a great thing to do is actually take the time over the holidays, because we do have a little extra time to get in the kitchen with that person, because there are always going to be those certain nuances that you don't get that are written down. They throw butter in, they throw a splash of brandy on the raisins. I mean, something that you're not going to get from that recipe.
Right.
And it's just a great way to pass down family heritage and tradition. I think it's lots of ways to do it. You can grab a great home cooking book and put it in there, make a little scrapbook with, recipes, but definitely take the time over the holidays to get into the kitchen to learn the nuances, and you'll have those memories forever.
Yeah. My sister has been trying to do that with my grandmother's recipes. My grandmother came over from Yugoslavia years ago, and she is just a tremendous cook. Between the butter and the cream, this is, there are some, but these are all recipes that we, as a family, cherish. And she's been doing exactly that for the better part of a couple of years.
Part of the fun of getting these recipes, Emery, like you said, is inviting other people into your family and sharing those recipes with them as well. And I love an idea like this because that becomes such a beautiful gift.
Absolutely. You cannot separate food and family. The two are, inextricably linked, and this is the perfect time of year to share those memories.
Especially in the digital age when everybody's so used to looking up recipes online, to actually have those physical cards or even photographs or names and dates to go with them
And
is
the
very special.
handwriting, there's something that just looks like my grandmother's handwriting. It just brings you right back. It's so sentimental.
Well, that's when they used to teach cursive in
Script.
school.
Yeah, they don't do that.
That's a whole other conversation.
All coding and typing now.
That was a lot of fun. Thanks, Andrea.